This is how I spent my first payout. So the day that I got my first payout, I passed it and I was like, "Yo, what the?" I was so hyped, so crazy. And then, I was in school and then I was just I filled out all the information out and everything, and I went home. I was so hyped. I told my mom and dad, I was like, "Hey, we're going to eat. Like, choose whatever. We're going to eat this and that." And then, so happy. I was like, I finally got my first payout. It took me about like a whole year trading and putting my money in, and actually got my first payout. Instead of us going out to eat, my mom was like, "Oh, just buy groceries," and I was like, "Cool." I spent 300 on groceries. And then next 2 weeks, um, our dryer broke down, and I was like, okay. I just got my Chase Sapphire, so I was like, let's put on my Chase Sapphire, so I get my 100,000 points. You know what I mean? So then, yeah, we put it on my car, and then when I confirmed it, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna pay for the whole thing. So I just paid for the whole thing. The total was 1,600. Here, I'm gonna show you guys. Right there, boom, boom. Focus. $1,600. My payout was 13, but it's like basically gotta spend an extra 600 for it, but it's all good, because um, me saying that I was gonna pay for the washer and dryer, the brand new one. Like I noticed, like my parents like I never seen them smile like that before, and both of them smile and they're like, oh, bet, and like, oh, I don't gotta pay for it, this and that, and then, but yeah, it made me feel really good, like, especially as the oldest. I feel like I always gotta throw down no matter what. I always taking that risky choice, and I feel like I stand out a little more because I mean I have to. I'm the oldest, You gotta make that money. You gotta show like a good representation for your younger siblings. And you just gotta do the things that is not normal, just to stand out a little bit. Not gonna lie though, 1,600 is a lot of money. Uh, but it's all good because as long as I'm able to help my parents out a little bit around the house, I would say it's a pretty big purchase. Um, but I don't mind throwing money down for them. Because at the end of the day, they're still my parents, and they do a lot for me. Just like the least amount I could do. You know what I mean? So to me, I feel like it's probably like one of the biggest step that I done. Like I'm about to be 22, and I think it's just the start. From here, 1,600 is like, you really think about it, right? Especially right now with all the tariff and everything. Man, that shit is nothing. 1,600 is nothing. You know what I mean? So like I just feel like I gotta do more. Do better, keep going. Even though my parents don't, like, especially my mom, she thinks that trading is like just straight up gambling, which I do agree a little bit. Yeah, it is gambling, but if you have the right information, and you calculate it and you discuss it with other people who are like-minded with you, you could get really big with it, and I'm willing to take that risk because I'm the oldest, and like I said, you gotta stand out, take that risk, just take that risk. But I would say though, like, man, 1,300, yeah, my first payout, it took me hella long, but I I expect myself to make more now. Like, 1,300 ain't gonna cut it. Like, I need more. We need to do better. I need to do better than my last one. Like, maybe 5,000 or maybe even 2,000. I'm good with 2,000. At least it's more than what my first payout was. And I just gotta keep grinding, keep going, lock in. You know what I mean? I just gotta keep getting a better payout every single time, or maybe the same amount. Honestly, with the same amount, I'm cool. But honestly, anything over 1,000 is cool too. But I I expect myself to make more than what I made previously. Sounds like I sound like a gambaholic, but honestly, man, I'm a finance major. It's gonna be with me no matter what. Like if I get a job in finance, it's still gonna be around me. It's always gonna be around me. It's not going away. I just gotta process it and actually just do better on it. Like the washer and dryer and groceries, it's a light purchase, but job not done, job not finished. Just gotta keep going. Look, if you're thinking about trading, honestly, if you're willing to take the risk to do it, but if not, don't do it. It's gonna stress you out, and you're just not gonna be. It's gonna be too much for you. But if you're willing to take that risk and just put yourself through that, the mental tire, like tire your mental out, like, and fuck it, just do it. You never know. Like at this generation, you're expected to make money online. It's the best route in my opinion, and it's better than having a 9 to 5. But in the beginning, you need a 9 to 5 to fund your 5 to 9. You know what I mean? And that saying, like, I would say is very true because, like, I use my 9 to 5, which I work for the state, right? I fund my trading and also fund me cutting, like, being a barber on the side. But am I gonna be a barber, like, for real, for real? Hell no. I just don't think it's worth it because I'd rather use my brain to make money rather than just using my 2 hands the whole time. Like you want to be able to use your 9 to 5 to fund your 5 to 9 until your 5 to 9 be your 24/7, and your 5 to 9 is like your main source of income rather than having a 5 to 9. Like yeah, right now I go to school. You could say that's a lot, but honestly, just go to school. You're young, get your degree, whatever. By the end of the day, the degree is just a piece of paper, and it's just it's still up to you how you want to make that piece of paper like valuable to you, in your, let's say, portfolio or your profile. If you guys stayed to the end of this video, like, comment, subscribe, and expect more from my trading, and I can talk about my next payout soon. Peace.